Hello everyone, Tech1421 here with some more Pokemon Tower Defense. I am going through all the challenge modes, and we are at the very end here. This is the last challenge mode, which is Celadon Gym, and this is a kind of grass gym, which is it's pretty tough. I think this is next to Mount Moon is the toughest of the challenge modes. It's pretty difficult, so hopefully I can help anyone out that are having trouble with this. I've only defeated it once. I've probably tried it about 5 times, so I'm hoping while I record this live that I defeat it on my very first time, but who knows, we'll just have to wait and see how I do. Since this is the last video, I want to remind everyone, like I've been doing in the other videos, that I am doing a giveaway until somewhere around, it's going to go until somewhere around January 2015, and I'm going to be giving away 5 of my Pokemon that were in my party that I used in the original playthrough of this game of Pokemon Tower Defense. It's just a way of me giving back to people that did enjoy my playthrough of the game, because people seem to really enjoy it, and I just want to thank everyone for commenting on all those videos and leaving likes, as well as just viewing them, and hopefully you guys enjoyed them. So wanted to do this challenge series and showcase all the challenge modes and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and hop right into Celadon Gym. If you wish to enter the giveaway and you haven't, there's still time to enter it, go ahead and check out the Gleam page for all the options there. So it says here, so you come to challenge my grass gym, and I do. So you can see there's 16 waves, and there are some Pokemon that we get on our side. We get a Pidgeotto, I think this is, or Pidgeot, and then a Charmeleon. So what I like to do is use my Charizard as well as my Pharaoh, and these are pretty much going to be your go-to Pokemon to use in this one. Flamethrower is going to be pretty good here, as well as your Drill Attack. The other Pokemon I don't really use too much, so Charizard is pretty much going to carry you forward here, and if you are poisoned, just get out of the active spot and let the other Pokemon do it their job. You can also get help from the Charmeleon over here, and the Charmeleon, because they can't get hurt. You're the only one that could really get hurt, and yeah, we can level up there, which is awesome, and you actually level up a pretty decent amount of times for defeating the wave. So you definitely want to level up your Charmander or your Charizard. And if you see the Clefable anywhere, or this Celebi, not Clefable, if you see the Celebi, just get all your Pokemon that you currently have on the field off the field, because at most he's going to take one of these rare candies with him, but in the long run it's not going to be, you're not going to be hurting too much from just the one rare candy missing. So definitely be sure to get everything off the field at that point. So we're just going to level up our Charizard again, and from beating that Bellsprout there, which is awesome. And definitely don't worry about using the healing stuff, because you definitely want to heal your Pokemon up. And hopefully we get some levels on the whatchamacallit, on the Pharaoh as well, because we definitely want to level that up too. It's not as important to level up the Pharaoh. I mainly just use the Charizard because it's good against the grass types, obviously, being fire type Pokemon. And it looks like we're going to lose our Pharaoh at this point, so let's go ahead and hopefully we don't lose it. We don't, which is nice. And yeah, so we level up both our Pharaoh and our Charizard here, which is fantastic. At this point, I want to get my Charizard off the field because the Celebi is coming and can one-shot anything. We need to be level 100 to be able to take on this Celebi at all. And again, at the most, he's taking one rare candy along with him, but there's a good amount of rare candies here, and he comes about every 3 to 2 waves, so you shouldn't be worried too much. You should be able to give up the rare candy without giving up your Pokemon and losing the game. If there was only one rare candy, this challenge would definitely be a lot more challenging. So I'm glad that they give you a little bit more leeway on that. But honestly, I'm not really sure how you'd be able to defeat the levels if you only had one rare candy. So we're going to go ahead and leave right here because we are asleep. And I guess we can... Oh my gosh, we're still asleep, which is unfortunate for us. So we definitely want to make sure our Charizard doesn't die, because he is our go-to Pokemon. If Charizard dies, we are in trouble. So let's go ahead and put up Pharaoh again. And Pharaoh looks like he's not doing too well either. Want to use this potion to make sure that we don't die. And oh, did we manage? Oh man, he got away with that rare candy, unfortunately, which does really stink. But we should be okay in the long run. Okay, so this is wave 7 of 16, which means that we are almost halfway. The Celebi counts for an entire wave, so that is going to be the end of wave number 7, and we're going to be getting to wave number 8, I believe. I guess not. Maybe we're still on wave 7. Okay, but regardless, we're going to level up our Charizard, continue to do that till it's level 100, and we're almost halfway through. Not quite though, we are poisoned, so let's go ahead and remove our Pokemon from the battlefield, and I'll go ahead and put in Pharaoh to clean up this gloom. So there we go, awesome. So both Pokemon actually level up here, which is definitely a great thing. Someone used Sunny Day, which actually makes it so that our fire type moves are doing more damage. So I'm gonna let I'm not sure if the Sunny Day is still active, but we're gonna go ahead and let Charizard clean up this Vileplume. And then we're going to get Pharaoh off the board because the Celebi is going to be coming eventually, and that's going to definitely hurt us. So there is another Sunny Day. I'm not really sure how long that stays active, but we're just going to keep on leveling up our Charizard, and eventually we'll be fine. This is going I'm forgetting the name of this Pokemon. The Celebi is going to take another rare candy from us, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So I believe we started with around 10, so we're still pretty good. We're going to go ahead and take on this Pokemon. We almost died there, so let's go ahead and get our Pharaoh off the field. And it looks like we're confused or something, I don't really know. But we're going to level up, and I don't know if we have like a synthesis or anything like that to help restore our Pokemon. But we want to save all these Pokemon for later as best we can, and let's go ahead and level up our Charizard as well, and put him over here to deal with this Execute. We're level 77 on our Charizard, which is about where we want to be at this point in the game. And again, if you have any kind of status conditions on you, just take your Pokemon off the field and then put them right back on. It should get rid of all the status conditions that you have on there. And that's just a way of saving your Pokemon from poison or anything like that. It looks like Celebi's coming again. I don't know where he's coming from. Actually, he's not. There's another Execute over here. Hopefully we can take it out with just our Pharaoh. It's not looking like we are able to. Actually, okay, it looks like we did a good amount of work with our Pharaoh, which is great to see because Pharaoh is awesome. And we're definitely going to need Pharaoh to help us out with all these challenges. I think I'm just going to use Charizard though for this next one because we want to get Charizard to level 100, and the only way to do that is get all the XP for Charizard, not share it with the other Pokemon like Pharaoh. So level 83, pretty awesome, pretty solid at this point. Looking to see where the Pokemon are coming from, and there is Celebi again. So we're just going to take all the Pokemon off the field. It's wave 11. We're going to be down to 4 rare candy, which is perfectly fine. At the very end, we're probably going to be only left with 1. So as long as they don't take all the rare candies, we managed to win this challenge. So there's a Bulbasaur, and I'm going to put down my Charizard once again to take on this Bulbasaur and level up my Charizard. We're getting pretty high up here, almost at level 100. We're 15 levels away, so that's good to see. And I'm not sure where they're coming from at this point. If you're ever unsure where they're coming from, you can always zoom out and figure it out for yourself. So that's good. I'm definitely glad they have some kind of zoom option. Yeah, you grow leveled from. I wish you can grow a level in the regular games from just being a Bulbasaur like that, level 85 to 86. That'd be insane. So there is another Bulbasaur. We're gonna go ahead and take our Charizard and put him over here to take on this Bulbasaur, and we should gain another level from defeating it pretty quickly, hopefully. I'm not sure what he used on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off the screen really quickly and then put him right back on. And yeah, we'll zoom out once again. Make sure we know where they're coming from, and there is the Bulbasaur. Awesome. Looks like this entire wave is just Bulbasaurs. I'm sure there'll probably be Venusaurs and maybe Ivysaurs that come from all this. Yeah. We're going to zoom out again. And there is Celebi once again, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Celebi is kind of a beast. And eventually when our Charizard level 100, we can use our other Pokemon to help use status conditions by putting the Celebi to sleep and slowing him down and doing all that stuff. But for now, we're just going to let him go on by until we need to use him. So definitely don't want to die, that's for sure. And we'll put Charizard back on the map after that status condition goes away. And wow, we grew a lot of levels from that. And where are the Pokemon coming from now? Down in this corner. Awesome. And 92, we're 93, 94. Awesome. So only 6 more levels to go, and then the dream is real. We've finally gotten to level 100 after that. So yeah. Where are the Pokemon coming from now? There, that corner. Ivysaur, you're no match for my Charizard. Sorry, buddy. Just the way it goes. Charizard has a mind of its own, just like in the anime. Alright, level 97. So one more Ivysaur that we kill should do the trick. Or if there's like a Venusaur that comes by or something like that. Not quite sure. We do have 2 potions left. We're probably going to use both of those on my Charizard at some point in time. But you'll notice there's only 2 more waves left. And there's only 2 rare candy, or 3 rare candies. So as long as we don't let anything go by for every single wave, we'll be fine. And I think Celebi, yes, is going to make another guest appearance and try to get another one of our rare candy. We're just going to let him go by because we don't really care. We have enough rare candies, and the amount of waves there are now is in our favor. So, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Celebi. Go ahead and take another rare candy from us. See if I care. So now at this point we have some Venusaurs, which we have to deal with, and they definitely pack a little bit of a punch. So we have to be careful on those regards. And there we go, level 100. So that's awesome. Now we just have to make sure that we kill all the Pokemon and make sure we know where they're coming from. It'll be okay. I am going to set up some poison, some toxic spikes around all these corners of the map, just so it makes it a little bit easier to kill some of these Pokemon. And if they run into the poison, and they're not already poison type to begin with. So that will definitely help out. As long as they run into it, and they're weak to poison. Alright, we'll go over this way now, and put our Venusaur over here. And try to get some toxic spikes on the map. Looks like we missed our opportunity though, so let's go ahead and bring Venusaur on back. And yeah, this is going to be wave 16 in a second here. We're on wave 15 right now. Alright, still on wave 15. It looks okay. No, this is actually wave 16. I'm gonna use a potion in a second, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit for that. So whenever we see the Pokemon Celebi come out, that should be the end of things. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Venusaur is going to use Sleep Powder. I'm going to put him out there. I'm going to put Mr. Mime on the field to use a Wonder Guard if I can get it off. And then I'll use my Vileplume. Vileplume is going to use some Poison Powder to put the poison down. And then I'll switch to my Charizard. Charizard will use the Flamethrower. And now that he's asleep, we have to get him asleep in the right spot though. It doesn't really matter if he's asleep right there. I'm going to bring Pharaoh off the board, and here we go. Moment of truth. Can we do it? And okay, he got by. But it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter if we killed him. So this time you did even better, I think. I'm not really sure if I did or not. So for winning that challenge, you get some kind of shiny Pokemon. I forget exactly what we get. Let me look, actually, what Pokemon that I have level 1 that's shiny. It might have been this Pokemon right here, the Magnemite. I could be wrong. But you get some kind of shiny Pokemon for defeating that for the first time, I do believe. So that is all the challenge modes. We defeated all the challenge modes. Some of them were more difficult than others. I think that Mount Moon was probably the toughest. Celadon Gym is a little difficult, but it's more of just kind of being patient than anything else, and just kind of taking things as it is and let Celebi do its own business without really freaking out too much whenever it takes a rare candy. So that is all the challenge modes. Again, if you want to check out the original playthrough of this game, that is on my channel somewhere. It's pretty easy to find. It was one of my more popular series that I did. So again, I did this this little challenge series as a thank you for making that series so successful and so delightful to do, and I had a fun time with that. I am doing Pokemon Tower Defense too, so if you are interested in that, go check that out. It's definitely a lot different of a game than this one. It's more open based. It's not, the levels are a little bit different, and it's just, you'll see if you check them out, and if you played both games or watched both kinds of videos, you'll notice definitely a huge difference in both games. But I want to thank everyone for watching this challenge series. If you are still looking to enter the contest for my 5 Pokemon I'm giving away, and you still have time for that, then go ahead and check that out. It will end sometime in early 2015, in like January 2015 sometime. It will say on the contest. So if you still have time to enter, go ahead and enter for sure. Be my guest. Try to win. And if it's too late, I do apologize, but hopefully you enjoyed this little series, and I will hopefully see you in some more videos. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see everyone later. Peace.